Moose Country, welcome to another episode of Let Us Be Heard.
What's up, Dylan?
What's going on, man?
Well, we're going to do it a little different this week, which I prefer this way. Typically, every Monday, I'll make a look back at the week's action for the Moose. And I'm going to be the first one to say it. I'm never really good at it. I think I prefer this method in having Mooseheads fans join in and discuss what happened.
Hopefully we have some people join in.
I think so. I mean, we got a great group of fans. We got a great group of fans. There's only really one thing I want to discuss, and I think you know what it is.
Is it Milner getting the first star?
It is not. It is Star Somsky. That's it. That's all I want to talk about today.
We'll get into it. So I put it out there in the chat. Let's throw it in the groups.
Yeah, and I'm going to pull up our Facebook so I know who's in and who isn't, and if somebody's in or not. Go home, refresh. We're live. We got 3 watching, and I didn't open up my chat doc. Let's open up chat. Oh, we got some people in. What's up, Lane? How you doing? Me. I gotta post the link.
I'm doing it on the YouTube or Facebook pages.
All right, and I'm gonna post it in the YouTube chat as well. Go ahead and join us. Lone Wanderer. So I know my wife's watching, and she's gonna find this funny. But as we were setting up, I was trying to get things going, and I always tell my son, "Don't put liquids by the PC." And I had my phone clipped in, and it was plugged in, and my coffee's there, and didn't I spill the coffee all over the desk and all over my shirt? And
What a dink.
what a dink thing to do. Yep. So why don't we just get started on talking about this week anyway? What did you think? I think we personally did a great job this week.
The Mooseheads did play solid. There's still things I want to see them tighten up.
Yeah.
But we are on an 8-game win streak now.
I know. Take that, Moncton Marge.
Who just lost 2 games. One against Shawinigan there, actually.
I did spill coffee, hon.
But one thing, and I will say this until the end, we have to tighten up in the defensive zone. We are allowing way too many shots.
Hey! What's up, Rye Guy?
His audio.
How you doing?
There it is.
Down the day, another $1.
Yeah, good, man. So you're working on the holiday?
Unfortunately, yep.
Well, today's not a holiday.
Well, it's in
It
lieu.
is.
It's in lieu.
My contractor started with a hefty amount of hours today. I wish this thing would freaking stand up. So, it is for some people. And unfortunately, I don't get a nice big paycheck, I don't think.
Melissa says hi, Ryan.
Hi. Or see if this works without it falling.
All right, so let's just jump right into it. Who'd we play this week? We played
St. John Sea
Shawinigan?
Dogs. We played St. John Sea Dogs
Shawinigan.
first in St. John's. We won that 4-2.
Yep.
We played Shawinigan Cataracts at home. We won that game 4-1.
And then
And we played
Capers.
Cape Breton Eagles at home. They're no longer screaming, which is kind of upsetting.
Well, that's
It is.
And we beat
Because
them
a little
4-0.
bit more angry if they were screaming. I think they'd have more passion for the game if they were still screaming.
Yeah, you would think so. Maybe they would.
You would think.
They would
So,
always get more fans too when they were the Screaming Eagles.
so Lindsay, they
Yep.
tracked down who has the jersey. Am I correct? They found him.
Yes,
They
so
did,
the
yeah.
name has been provided to McPhee's family.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So with any
it
luck,
is up to, with any luck, it is up to that person now to choose what they want to do.
and you know what? If you're a Moose fan, like anybody else I know in the building, they would be happily handing it over. I mean, I don't expect them to hand it over for free, but I hope they at least say, here, this is what I paid for it. Take it. You deserve it. You know what I mean? What up, Krista?
Yeah, me too. I
Shut up,
understand
Lindsay.
it both ways. If the person wants to keep it because they want a game worn jersey from the Mooseheads, which many people do.
Yeah.
So I can see both sides of it, but me personally truly does hope that he gets it.
100%.
Well, and I mean, his father's also offering a hefty amount of money if the individual decides to go that route.
Krista said
Oh,
she
yeah.
would be up to support any fundraising for the jersey recovery. So if it comes down to it, I think we could probably do something like that to raise the money to buy it from the guy.
Well, and given the way that Sam and Peter are,
Yeah.
and the stuff that they have done, like when we've had those fires and stuff where
Yeah.
they went and bought the Tassa Ducks kids and paid for their registration and bought them all new gear.
Yeah.
I can definitely see them potentially pitching in to help out.
Well, let's just keep an eye on this. We have his email, so let's try to find out if the McPhee's got it back, and if
I'm
not,
sure he'll post.
Yeah.
Thanking everybody for looking for it.
and then we'll take it from there. So let's just get into it. Sea Dogs, we took them down. I don't really consider them much competition, but it wasn't a blowout.
No, I was really surprised on. My biggest thing was who they started in goal that game. I was really
Rooster.
surprised on
Yeah,
that.
so was I. I thought they would start Milner in that, and then Rooster would play against Shawinigan and Cape Breton. But you know what? To be honest, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am not Milner's biggest fan. He's a good kid.
Neither am I.
But he handled his own against Shawinigan. He didn't face a whole lot of tough shots, but he stood toe-to-toe with them and shut them down. He only let one goal in. So, I mean, great job, Milner. And I hope this is the beginning of a really long, prosperous career for you.
They outshot us.
They did, yeah.
Hey, that's 2 in a row for him. It's 2 in a row for Milner.
Yep. Last two. Yep.
And both of them we were outshot. Granted, the Shawinigan one we weren't heavily outshot, but we were still outshot.
Oh, the one out.
Now,
yeah.
I'll say this. In my opinion, he earned the first star. The one goal that he let in, he did play it a little too aggressive, in my opinion. But if you go back and watch the play, there were other players that skated past the wide open net and didn't go to try to clear the puck.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing that I remember
The
from that goal.
defense broke down a bit.
Yeah, the defense definitely broke down a little bit, but I mean, at the end of the day, we got where we did with Milner throughout that night, and I stand shocked. I didn't think he had it in him.
I'm not shocked. If you know what, if it was the Huskies with that same result, I'd be shocked. But it was Shawinigan. They're not very high on the totem pole. They're one of the lower teams. And I think he did great for that game. I don't trust him yet in the net the way I trust Russo.
No, we definitely need a stronger defense.
Yeah.
We definitely need a stronger defense if we're going to
100%.
continue to play Milner. And I mean, I think that's where the training will come in and all of their, their practices and stuff.
Well,
I think they're definitely going to focus really hard on getting Milner in more and getting a stronger defense when he is around.
I agree.
No, I think we need a stronger defense in general. We still need a stronger defense even when Russo's in, because the goalies will get tired if they're facing 35, 40 shots a game. I know these are young kids, but still, that's a lot of shots to be facing in a game. And with the amount of games that Russo's going to be playing, in order to go deep, they need to limit the shots that are on him.
So I agree with both of you. I think that, on one hand, I don't love seeing these odd man rushes. 4 and 5, 6 times a game.
Especially when we're supposed to be on the power play.
Yeah, exactly. However,
Yeah, that too.
However, it starts at the top, and this is something me and you disagree with, Dylan. But the coach needs to stop that stuff. He needs to talk to the defense. Stop pinching every play. Be more stay at home than you are. We have 3 forwards on the ice. We need 2 defensemen on the ice. The thing is all the majority of our defense are offensive defensemen. I think we only have two that are more stay at home, and that's McKinnon.
I say we have one stay at home.
McKinnon's definitely one, but see, Schulte kind of one day he'll be stay at home, another day he'll be more offensive. But
Schultz is a two-way. Schultz is a two-way defenseman.
Yeah, he stays at home more though, man. Like I've seen him be a brick wall on that blue line.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and he's fantastic at it.
Yeah.
But I would list him as a two-way defenseman because he can focus on the offensive game and pitch in on that. And he can focus on the defensive game and pitch in on that where needed. That's where he's a two-way player. McKinnon is more so of the stay-at-home defenseman because, as Tyler Long likes to say, Russo has more goals than you.
I actually spoke with his father, Corey, last night. Actually, me and you were up on the mezzanine talking to him, and I told Corey, like, Concourse, whatever. I prefer a stay-at-home defenseman who has 0 points in a year, but has a better plus minus than a defenseman who has 30 points on a year and has a shit plus minus. I want to stay-at-home defenseman. To me, that's their job. Now, on the other side, Russo's only job, Milner's only job, is to stop pucks.
Yep.
Right? That's so. I mean, like, I get we can blame the defense all we want for letting that many shots down there, but the point of the matter is it's his job to keep them out.
Russo and Milner's job is to stop the first shot. After that, the defense has to clear the zone.
100%.
The defense has to clear the puck and work on
knock the
getting
garbage
guys
out of the
from
way.
in front of the net.
Knock the garbage out of the way. So speaking of Schultze, did you see Schultze? Was it Shawinigan? I think it was. He forced somebody into Russo. Into Russo.
Yeah.
And then
no, it was Milner.
Into Milner. And then he crashed the boards, got up, grabbed the player from outside the net, chucked him, and then went on about his business. I absolutely love that kid.
I'll put this out there too. Credit to all three of them, Milner, their player that got pushed in, and Schulte. All three of them understood that player going into Milner was not that player doing it on purpose and was an accident. So it didn't get dirty. The player, when he went in, he curled up. He didn't go in and flail to try to hurt. No. Credit to that. It was a respectful play. And even when Schulte pulled him out, it was more like he was helping him out aggressively, but it was more so, it wasn't like a get the hell away from my goalie. It was, here, I'm going to help you out, because Milner, he wasn't being a dick about it. He went in, and
so
Shawinigan actually was playing pretty. It wasn't a bad game that they played. Like, it was
and the player even went back and checked to make sure Milner was okay, right? Like, when Schulte pulled him out, he turned back and asked Milner, like, "You good?" And there was a shrug.
They gave each other a nod.
I'm not sure who it was, but one of our players went up. I think it was Doomer, went up to their goalie and said, "Hey, nice save," on one of his shots. Which I
that Shawinigan game, it was class so act, man. Class. Or like
they turned into babies at the end of the night, man.
At the end,
bad, and they were dragging our players down. That was a bad game. That
wasn't all of their players. That was their leadership core. That's it. That was like 4 players. It was not all of their guys. It was their captain and their alternate captains. Everybody else, their goalie included, was very respectful. They were talking on the ice. I'm right down by to the penalty box, so they're lining up. They're laughing back and forth with each other when the face-off is just outside the line. It was only their leadership core that started going that way.
The way I see it is, you're judged by the company you keep, and if one of them's a dickhead, they're all dickheads. And they were dragging our players down, laying on top of them, throwing bombs on not on just any players here. They're going after our points leaders. I
want to touch on that.
Have at it.
I want to touch on that. Because both of you have mentioned different things, and if I don't say it, I'm like you, I'll forget. What do we think of the officiating in that game? Because of all of the bombs that were thrown, hits that were taken, and stuff like that. Dylan sits by the bench, like he said. He can have a chat with them when they're coming in and out. There were a few chats had, so I've been told. But I just want to know your guys' take on the officiating.
So it was absolutely garbage.
Yeah, so I think, in all honesty,
one of the worst officiated games I've seen at least all season.
Last night,
I thought it was garbage.
Last night's game was really good for officiating. Anytime Starzomski gets on the ice, I don't know what his fucking issue is, but I think what the fuck, Jim Midgley has to step up and go to the queue and be like, listen, Starzomski's a fucking idiot. Our players are going to get hurt, and this isn't okay. It's not a matter of losing players for 5 minutes or 2 minutes because of penalties. I don't care about that. We've come back from bad reffing, bad official games before, and that's not my issue. My issue is our players' safety, and it's not right. And why would we get a misconduct for getting beat up? That makes zero sense to me. Why both players were put in the box.
Jordan didn't get a misconduct. Jordan just got
4 minutes. He got 4 minutes. Then he got two minors.
Jordan got 2. The other guy got 4.
Okay, so regardless, why should he get a second when he was on his back? There's no need of that. No need of that.
Yeah, no, fair enough. So hey, I don't know if you guys ever hear me from the stands, but I always scream whenever Stars on the ice makes a bad call. Go back to gym class.
Listen, I'm respectful. Dylan, correct me if I'm wrong. On this podcast, thus far, I've been extremely professional and respectful, right?
Yep.
Okay, this is the first time I'm going to say something ignorant. Starzomski, if you ever watch this, you're a mutt. I can't stand you, and you should find another job. He is the worst official in the queue by far. I don't care.
He is actually a gym teacher at a junior high school locally. That's why I always scream to him, go back to gym class.
He's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot.
So, and I'll say this. It wasn't all negative for me when it comes to the officiating. There was one good thing that I saw in that, and everybody experienced it. When they reviewed the goals and they announced the reason that the goals were called off, that was fantastic. And I asked why they did it that game and they don't do it other games. Putafant actually passed that information on to Ian Robinson and the guys in the scorebox.
Nice.
Or in the box. A lot of the refs don't pass that on, which is why it doesn't get announced.
I have no problem with him.
So Putafant passing that on is the reason that Ian announced no goal. The puck didn't cross the line on Todd's one, and no goal due to a earlier hand pass.
Yeah. So we gotta just touch real quick on some comments in the chat here. Okay. So we got a comment from Jose when we were talking about defense. He says that he doesn't mind the pinching because, like, look at Morvek, who has 3 assists in one game and such. My opinion on that, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think all a defenseman should have is shots from the point, and if that gets him an assist or a lead pass that gets him an assist, great.
I completely disagree.
I don't think he should be past the hash. Sorry.
I completely disagree. There's points, there's times for everything, but when a defenseman does pinch, it goes on our forwards to cover that spot.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the forwards don't do that right now as well. So the blame's not just on the defense. And that's been a thing in hockey since hockey has been a sport.
No, I get that.
If the defense goes in, a forward goes back and covers it.
And one of the only forwards I see doing that religiously is Dumais. Religiously, Dumais is on that blue line.
I see Lou does it.
Lou does it too. I don't notice Lou, but I know for a fact Dumais is religiously on that back line. And I love
Lou is too fast for any of us to see what he's doing. If he doesn't have the puck, he's on the bench. If he's not on the bench, he's typically scoring.
Also, just want to say real quick, thoughts and prayers with Lou. He left the game due to an injury. We all seen it. Something about his hand. I hope we get to see him next game. I don't know what's been released yet. That's privy to everybody, but
there's been nothing actually.
Nothing official.
Yeah. But we hope you're
there's
good.
Speculation out there about whether it's a finger, a hand, a wrist, or anything like that. I went back and I watched the play today. It's definitely something in this area.
Yeah.
It
looks like his stick. moved the wrong direction.
Yeah,
with
it's
that
like-
It's
slight hit.
impossible to tell looking at the replay.
Yeah. And there wasn't any. There was no malicious foul play at
No,
hand.
it was a clean contact.
Yeah. There was no hit. They just collided, and something about the way he hit. Cyril, Dumais would have broken the record against Shawinigan if it wasn't for Starzomski.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I do as well.
I disagree as well, but only because the points that were taken away from us were legitimate reasons.
1 second, guys.
Yeah, like I said, Lindsay, it's all speculation right now. We don't know what's gonna happen or what happened, and I won't take the word of anybody. And we're not allowed to look for nor do we want to look for inside information. But as of right now, we just know he's injured, and we just hope he's okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait for the official call.
Yeah. Also, from Jose, the one Dumais is going.
Levesque got a 10.
Oh yeah, so he got a 10-minute misconduct when he got taken down and punched in the face as well. Now, from what I understand, is he got up and started mouthing off to Starzomski, and Starzomski gave it to him probably because of that, because Starzomski's a idiot. I know.
Yeah, it's what I understood as well, was because he got a little lippy. Starzomski just said, "What? That's it. Just get out of here."
Yeah. So, and it was at the end of the game, so they just sent him off the ice. But
I think there was like 2 minutes left.
I know one of our friends and fams got into it with Starzomski at the game. I'm not going to mention their name, but she told him he fucked up, and he asked, "Well, did I fuck up tonight?" And she's like, "Yep, you sure did." So that was kind of cool. Nothing official. However, someone did comment on Facebook that they can confirm Levesque has a broken wrist with 4 to 6 weeks recovery. Not sure where you're getting your information, but I will wait until we hear it from the Moose. The next Moose home game is on my birthday. That's dope, man. I got a Moose game on my birthday too. January 6th. There's a Moose game here, and I can't wait. I think that's awesome. That's wicked.
It must be nice.
It is.
I'm a summer guy.
Are you?
Yeah. My
So
birthday's July.
so we covered. Go ahead, sir.
I'm going to apologize right now.
Yeah.
I got food
You're gonna be eating.
because I am extremely hungry.
I've had it. This is
I just
chill,
had
bud.
Just letting everybody
Schweppes.
guys know.
Schweppes.
So
Today's sponsor, Schweppes. Just kidding. I'm not sponsored. Not sponsored.
So we spoke about the away game on Friday. We spoke of Shawinigan. Now let's speak on last night's game, because it was a
I'm
decent
gonna have
game.
to go this way.
Yeah, you're a traitor. And by the way, I'm gonna post the link again if you guys want to hop on here and say your 2 cents on.
Pin
live.
it in the YouTube chat.
I did. This is the third time I just did it.
No, pin it so it's the top, so it shows up at the very top of the chat.
How the hell
for
do
everybody.
I pin it? I don't know that stuff, bud.
I'm not sure how to pin it either.
Yeah.
I'm just as dumb when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. So last night's game was pretty okay. The officiating was amazing. And we took the dub. No, it wasn't bad, man. That was one of the better ones I've been to.
It wasn't bad, but at the same time, there was not a thing called.
Yeah.
The only thing that was called was the legitimate penalty shot, because if they would have let that go, they would have been
Dude,
in trouble.
I missed Dumais breaking the record. By the way, Dumais broke the record, and we haven't even discussed that yet.
No, because it happens in this game, and we haven't gotten to it.
I missed that. I missed the penalty shot, and then I missed another goal, and it was all due to either CJ wanting something for food or CJ wanting to go to the bathroom. It's always CJ that makes me miss things.
See, and I found that game was slow because there was little to no calls. I found the game very slow and uneventful.
Mhm.
No matter what side of the fence I was on last night, I found it very uneventful.
Why don't you just come
So-
out and say what side of the fence you were on?
Can I say that? I want to say that. I'll bring it up. Ryan was on the Eagle side of the fence last night. There's a very legitimate reason for that. The reason for that is recently the Eagles did a ceremony for one of their previous coaches, I believe he was.
Yes.
So one of his previous coaches, Bearcat, who was Ryan's uncle. So the Eagles did up a jersey for Ryan that says Bearcat and 43 on the back of it. So we gave him a pass on this game for wearing that jersey because it's in memory of his uncle. We're not going to stop any. Now, the next games when we play them at home, but last
like
night,
I've been told, I get one. I always get one.
Yeah, but
I got one. I got one in the
them.
preseason.
But you went and stood with them.
I did, and I wanted to make a very valid point because I knew you were going to be lippy, and I said that's okay. I'll go stand with where I'm loved and accepted. It's fine. The Moose fans can stay over there. I'll stand over here. I knew where I was wanted last night. It's fine.
I'm disappointed in you. So we got a couple.
By the way, I want to throw this out there. 1 second. During that game, I get a text in the second period from the people who gave me those cards, the Julie and Cynthia. They gave me those cards previously. I've mentioned them on here. And they text me, come see us before the end of the game. And this is very relevant to what we were talking about. So I go over, and she's wearing a Cape Breton jersey. Now, they're Moosehead season ticket holders. They have been forever. So I looked at her, I was like, really? You called me over here, and you're wearing that? She goes, hey. Her response was, hey, they don't get support at home, so they got to get support somewhere. Okay, fair enough. So what she did was she reached in her pocket and she pulled out two things. She pulled out keychains for the World Juniors from back in 2003 when they were hosted between here and Sydney. She gave me two of them. The first one, she goes, when she passed them to me, she goes, these are for you and Colin. So I want to say thank you on here. Give them another shout out. Thank you very much. I promptly brought it over to Colin. We took a picture and sent it to her to show that I actually brought it to him and I didn't just put it in my pocket.
So I want to say thank you as well, and let you know I'm never good at getting gifts. To me it's something very humbling. We don't do this to get anything from anybody. We really just enjoy talking about the Moose and shooting the shit, whether it's 5 people watching us, 10, 20, or nobody. We're gonna do it anyway. It's awesome if you tune in, but it's just something we enjoy doing. So I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, any love and support we get. Now in the chat, Jess has been saying, I think it's Jesse, has been saying congrats on the gold helmet the other night there, Dylan.
Hey, Jesse, you spelled my name wrong. I'll give that one a slide. My name's spelled differently. You spelled it the same way that
McKinnon.
This guy's is.
Yeah.
But here,
I just go with whatever way autocorrect spells it, and I just go with it.
Loose.
I'm lazy.
Right here. Here's a close up for people that want to see it.
Lou's signature is beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks like two hockey skates.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, I love it because it looks like two hockey skates.
There's the first star of the game. That game.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
No, right there.
Oh, Milner. So Melissa also says no to Ryan. You said I'm gonna go stand with my people.
Well, I was wearing the outfit, so of course.
And Jose brings up some stats from the Halifax Mooseheads regarding defense, and it says Furlong is plus 15, Schultze is minus 5, Morvey's plus 17, McKinnon is plus 12, McKenzie plus 1, Martin plus 9. I think defense is okay. Sorry, I'm working. That's why it was late in the chat. The defense.
You don't got to apologize.
The defense is okay. The problem is the odd man rushes that constantly get by, and if we didn't have somebody like Russo in the net, those would be opportunities that were capitalized on.
But looking at those stats, right? The guys that were, and this is strictly based on those stats that are out there.
Yep.
The guys that are on the ice the most for the goals against, for our regular defenseman, I'm not counting McKenzie as a regular defenseman because he's in and out of the lineup, unfortunately. The two guys that are on the ice the most are Schulte and Martin. For goals against.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For goals against. Yes. 100%.
Because you got Schulte at a minus 5. and you have Martin at a +9.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference even between those two.
So I still think that we have to work on our lines. Me and you discussed it. I don't think we agree much on lines either, but we have to work on our lines. And
our lines just got interesting, though. Bringing Crosby back put a rip in our lines because now we have to reshuffle again. We were just kind of getting our niche and finding our where we could play well and who we could play well with.
Let's put
and
this
now
out there
Crosby's
first.
back.
Let's put this out there first. Last night's game, up until the last 3 minutes, was the first game where we've had every single one of our players available.
Yeah, we had 2 healthy scratches, if I remember correctly, because we had too many men.
Yeah. Many men.
We have a 22-man roster, and you're only allowed to dress 20 of them.
I want to address Jesse's comment for a second here. I don't know if you were at the game last night or not, Jesse, but I also had my sign that said hashtag 91. And I also have the bracelets. I brought a whole bunch back from Cape Breton when I was up there last because I have family up there. If there are any bracelets left when I go up next time, I'm going to put another donation in and grab more. If anybody wants any, message Colin, Dylan, or myself. I run the season ticket holder group and I run the Moose Country Club.
Or even post it in the group.
Yeah. And I will try to grab more if anyone else wants to support Jacob. I just want to put that out there because Jesse said that I have a friend in Cape Breton, Jacob Newcomb. I went to junior high with them and high school. So I just wanted to address that right quickly.
So while we're here and we still have some people in the chat, I want to say that we have a very special guest coming on tomorrow. We have 2 special guests coming on tomorrow. We have Brandon Benedict, who is the former points holder before Dumais. He was at the game last night.
Current all-time goals leader.
Yeah. Dumais is going to crush that eventually. And then he is. And then we also have Joe.
Come on. Pull it out.
Dippin' Dots. Ice skates.
So that's all she knows about hockey is Dippin' Dots and ice skates. That's my oldest daughter. She's the black sheep of the family.
Hey.
There's always one.
There's always
the
one.
blonde hair.
DePenta, Joe DePenta. So he won the Stanley Cup with the Ducks. Yeah, the Mighty Ducks.
The Ducks.
Yeah, not the Mighty Ducks. Sorry, they're the Ducks now. So we have 2 interviews tomorrow, and they'll be put out, one probably tomorrow and probably one the following week. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 or 2 chats a week like this, where anybody can come on and talk, and then 1 interview a week. And I think that's probably going to be the new format. You call her
the reason
the black sheep. She's the black sheep. She doesn't like hockey.
And the reason we're going to switch to like that format is because it's easier to get people. We won't be in such a rush to try to get people on for interviews and stuff, because there's been a few times where we've been scrambling to, we need people for this week, but if we can start backlogging them, then it'll just make it easier on us, and there'll be constant content coming out.
And also the reason,
and it allows you guys to collect stuff as well, like Dylan just said, backlogging and stuff, so that if we do get a slow season, or in the summer when we all have the off season, it allows you to post some content then as well, and build your guys' repertoire.
First of all, I didn't even friggin' think about the summer. That's gonna suck, no content. But second of all,
start backlogging it.
The reason I brought that up was if you guys have any questions for upcoming Moose players, like guests, let us know. Shoot us a question, and we'll put it in there. We'll put your name attached to it if you want. If not, we won't. It's up to you.
Or what I'll say is maybe in the summer, maybe we do it just for the hockey season.
Do what? Oh, the interviews? Yeah.
Maybe we just do it like seasons, because I know there's other podcasts that are out there that follow other teams, not necessarily in the queue, but other leagues, NHL and stuff, where in the off season they cut back dramatically on what they put out, or they don't put anything out at all until the new season.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too. Like, gives us a chance to enjoy the summer.
So we got Mike Jones in the chat, and he says, "Hello, it's Chris in hiding." Hi, Chris. How you doing?
No, it's not Mike Jones. It's Chris.
It is, yeah.
I'm very
Jones.
confused.
Who? Mike Jones. Yeah, I'm at a loss for things to talk about at this point. I think we covered everything we wanted to cover. Open forum. I'd love to get more people in the actual, video here. I'm glad you joined us, Ryan. I appreciate it, man.
What was that nickname I gave you last night, by the way, Colin? I can remember part of it, but not all of it.
I don't even remember.
The Caped Moosegator.
Caped Mesquite, yeah.
The Caped Moosegator. I still like that one.
What's up, man? It's a moose fan with the cape, man.
I didn't know what to say. Stop teasing me. I stopped doing it.
That's why I gave you the Caped Moosegator.
Yeah, we could talk about the in the summer. We could talk about the draft and training camp. We could cover the draft actually, which would be kind of cool. We could also cover
the draft is kind of really boring to watch.
It is, isn't it? But we could cover it. We don't have to watch it. We could cover it.
You kind of got to watch it to cover it, don't you?
But we could record portions of it that include the moose and talk about it, right? We don't have to show the whole thing, right? I watched it this year. You only got to watch one round.
That's all the queue ever lets you.
That's stupid.
Yeah, watch.
That's stupid. I'd rather watch the whole thing.
So, who's watched the Moose Tracks video?
Which one?
I'm still have yet to watch it. I've been here for almost 12 hours, and I still haven't watched it.
The one that ended on Russo?
The only Moose Tracks video that's out this year.
That's right. Okay. I loved it. The reason we created this channel is for moose content. So all the moose content we can get, the better. I really liked it. It was very well shot. Their cinematic was awesome. Like the cut scenes were wicked. They did a really phenomenal job on that video.
So they did. I wish they would have started it sooner. I wish they would have started because the previous one that they did right from like the draft going in. You got to see the behind the scenes of them talking. Okay, if this happens, then we'll take our guy. But if this happens, then what happens if we do this? And you see Cam making those calls, and then it goes into training camp, and then the players coming back and stuff like that. I felt it started too late. It started after the selection camp already happened, and it started with our team, and we are calling your way off camera.
Yeah, I know. I'm good. I'm relaxing, bud.
But it started way too late, in my opinion. And they covered way too much of a spread in one episode compared to what I feel they should have. Because they went right from the guys talking and like doing the call in training camp to Russo's goal, which was only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So they covered like a month and a half to 2 weeks.
Yeah, but keep in mind, they don't have a whole lot of people working on their socials. Working on their media. So, I mean, Scott's a busy guy.
But this is filmed by more than one person. This is, if you look at it, it's not Scott that filmed it.
No,
it's another company.
It would have been media from ever since, from training camp, and it would have just been derived from different sources. But
no, this was filmed to be a thing. This was actually put together and filmed for this.
Yeah, it was specifically filmed for Moose Tracks.
So who takes care of that?
Well, in the video it says who the production people are and stuff.
I'll have to check it out. But I mean,
I just want to cover Jose's comment there too for a sec.
Yeah.
You joke about that, Jose. You joke about World Junior watch parties. If I can get my way and I can get enough people and everything that I need to do, it's happening. I'm just saying. I don't care what time the time zone is. It is happening.
I won't be there.
Yeah, I won't be there.
Yeah, I know you won't.
That's too early in the damn morning.
No, I won't be.
But no, I like the episode. I credit the Moose anytime we get more. They don't have to do the Moose Tracks. I'm happy we got anything from them.
Oh, very much so.
If you look
back, Trevor wants to know about the upcoming trade period too.
if you look back, hang on one second. If you look back at their YouTube, it's been very sparse, including last year where it was literally just recaps of previous games. So anything they can do to add more content, I'm
Hey, we got
down.
another person.
What up, Matt? How you doing, sir? Oh, you ain't got audio yet.
I just see your two lovely faces.
Oh, no audio. Matt, we got no audio, bud. Can you hear us?
While we wait for Matt, do we want to cover Trevor's comment about the upcoming trades?
Yeah, sure. What do we think we're going to do? Do you think we're going to trade or anything?
I'm hoping we're going to pick up a 20-year-old.
You think we're going to pick? Who do we think we're going to get?
Well, I mean, if we listen to what other people are saying around the league and stuff, we could pick up anybody. There's not any one person that I think really stands out from us and the fans. I know we've had Tyler talk in the past that he really wants Luke Woodworth. And I mean, I would really like to get Caleb Danoye.
Just before to cut you off there, but to go off of the Moose tracks, the company it's an Only Issue Productions.
Only Issue Productions. I'm going to look them up, see what they do.
Are the people that did the Moose tracks video.
We need a big body up front, Trevor says, to put in front of the net. We're not going to get a big body. I agree, but we're not going to get a big body.
So there's potential of, I don't see it, but this is a name that I've seen thrown around in Robidas, who played for Quebec last year. He's currently playing in the ECHL. If he gets sent back, or if he comes back to the queue, he's definitely going to be somebody that Quebec looks to trade.
Trevor says Roland. We're not getting Roland. We don't want Roland. I don't want Roland anyway. He's been stuck on Roland.
Woodworth or Danoye. Those are the two that I'm going to go with. I'm going to take Tyler's pick, and I want Danoye.
It's too early for Danoye.
I know.
Moncton's building for a few years from now, and that kid is their future.
Yeah, we're not taking.
Oh no, I'm well aware. It's all hopes and dreams, right?
Matt, can you hear us right now? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Got it figured out.
Oh,
there we go.
Hey, there he is.
There we go.
Welcome, Matt. Welcome.
So, what do you want to talk about? Anything we touched on?
I came in a little late. I'm curious about something though.
What's that?
Are you guys disappointed with the 30th anniversary so far? How they're treating it?
So, my thing is, there's a jersey shortage everywhere. Teams are having issues getting jerseys everywhere, whether it's ones to sell or ones to wear. I know for a fact our 30th anniversary jerseys were ordered last year during the middle of the season, and they are
February, if I remember correctly.
They are still not in our building. That does not come from the Mooseheads issue. They put the order in well in advance, but they just can't get the jerseys. It's the same reason of, I heard rumblings we were supposed to have a 90s night throwback jersey, but they're still on order. They still haven't been sent out.
So that's just jerseys.
Yeah, I don't care about the jersey. Well, I don't really care about the jerseys. Jerseys are nice. Like the 25th anniversary one was nice, but man, I'm a season ticket holder. I'm not excited going to the games right now. So I thought they'd make a big deal of the 25th year. There's all kinds of stuff going on for the 25th year.
So I don't think they started planning early enough. Like the 25th year, there was cups that you could get at the concession. I think they were more focused on some of the smaller changes that they made, like having people go up and down the aisle with beverages. I think they were more focused on getting different foods.
Dippin' Dots.
No, that's fortune.
That's one of the issues where having new owners coming in just before
the season
a big season and an anniversary season like this, that is the issue. Also, we have to remember the last time it was our anniversary, it was the 18-19 season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was the year we were hosting the Memorial Cup. So obviously they're going to put more into that year where it's one that we were guaranteed to play, at least in the World Cup we were hosting. But the new owners coming in, that's now, we don't know what or if anything that they changed when it comes to approval or needing approval for anything in the office. That's stuff that we don't see. So we don't, it's hard to speculate. I'm not putting it on the owners, but it could be a factor because they came in last year not knowing about Halifax, not knowing about the Mooseheads. They contacted the league to see if there was a potential option for buying a team. So it's not like they had their eyes set on Halifax. The first time they came here was when they met with Bobby and were in serious talks on the sale of the team. So I think that has something to do with it because a lot of the focus last year went towards the let's get this sale through and get everything finalized and go from there.
Okay, so
that's my opinion.
There's been other changes, not just that though. There's been stuff. Now, again, I don't want to be negative against the Moose because I really enjoy my time there. There was stuff taken away from us this year that I didn't like personally. I don't like, and I think the whole Q's doing. I don't like the players don't come through the tunnel anymore. We bought the tickets where we bought them because the players come through there, which pissed off a few people.
Yeah, that's a Q thing now.
Yeah.
The only teams that are doing it, the only teams that are still going through like their quote unquote entrance tunnels are the teams that don't have direct access to their dressing room from their bench.
Yeah, and I mean, again, there's been other things too. It's not an impressive season, but I don't think they started planning early enough, and maybe it's because they didn't know what the new owners wanted or what it is. I know a lot of people had trouble with their $75 gift cards. Some people had 50, some people had 60. I myself had 50 on mine, but it was a free perk. You're gonna buy the tickets anyway as a season ticket holder. I don't care if it had $20 on there. The only thing that upsets me is the 30% discount that they promised to everybody not being able to be used on everything. To me, that should be used on everything because any other year, the 15% was used on anything. So
it was not available on limited time only items from previous years.
Yeah, but in all honesty, they could say this is limited time to anything. You know, those I still see this as maybe.
Well, no, like that, it legitimately was not like if they came out. Case in point, those
the chains? Yeah,
the chains. Those were a legitimate limited time only because they were only for that game.
No, they weren't. They're still being sold.
Are they?
No, yes. They were specifically for for that game, but it is the overstock that they're selling now.
Then that to me that doesn't compute. You can't just tell people 30% off and then pick and choose what they can get 30% off on. That's not right.
So I'm with you on that. I am, but I also see it from the other side that I'm sure Dylan will touch on about the ordering issues. Those 30 anniversary jerseys, not going to get a 30%. We can't get them in. We got to get them in to be able to do it.
I'm not concerned about that.
Yeah, chains didn't order enough.
Exactly, I'm going to buy them anyway.
Yeah, my
chains
concern,
didn't order enough.
My concern,
the black label stuff, they knew that they were going to do limited quantity on that. It was intentional.
Yeah, my concern.
So anything that's limited quantity, they know they're going to do that 30% off. And they're just going to say it's limited edition because they don't have the quantity to go. Hey, every person gets 30% off, and it's not feasible for some items.
No, and I understand that. I do. I get that. But those chains were $45, bro.
Oh, I know.
$5.
Oh, I know. I almost bought one.
That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous price, and not even to get you 30% off is unacceptable in my opinion. You know, people spend I don't know what it cost you guys, but it was over $1,600 for my family to have our seats, and we bought the cheap seats. So, I mean, any perk we can get is great, and I appreciate it. But my problem is when things are taken away. That irks me to no degree.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I've just kind of been underwhelmed on a lot of things this year. I find that just looking at other teams throughout the league, I'll bring up what I saw today was St. John's did a Taylor Swift tribute. Terrible. My ears are still bleeding. But they did something like that. I know, like, the Moose don't need to go that big, but I mean, I think we need to do a little bit more to engage our fans than what we have done. They took the teddy bear toss away this year, which was a huge thing. That is probably the biggest blow up I've seen on social media this year for our events that we are having. A lot of people don't want a toque toss. What's a toque gonna do?
I've heard the reason that they were no longer doing the teddy bear toss, and the reason that is given, and I've seen, because there's quite a few teams that cut that out, is a lot of the hospitals after the pandemic and everything don't want to give like the teddy bears and stuff from that many people to kids in the hospital, with so many people touching them.
I get
that. That is what it is. As much as it sucks, and I love the teddy bear toss, but that is a legitimate reason, because you got, for instance, you got the people that are selling the bears or stuffed animals that you're doing. You got yourself, you got the kids that are picking up, or the adult, you got people that are picking up, you got the
I get it.
And that's the reason. So the toques, that I believe that's going to go to help the homeless, to keep them warm.
Yeah, which is awesome.
So like, I get it that they're high touch items, but I think that the explanation you just gave now should have been given to those that asked the question, why isn't there a teddy bear toss this year? We were left in the dark. So this is the first I'm hearing anything about it, which it makes sense. I do agree with what you said, now that we now know, and it is public knowledge. But it was just, we were all kind of left in the dark about that one specifically, and it did upset a lot of people because it was a bigger event.
So Jose says, is that a rooster mask behind you there, Matt?
It is, but it's a replica. I did it myself.
It looks good. It looks really. Can we see it?
Can we see it?
Yeah. It's got a few of my own little things on it. Like I redid this here area with my own type of moose that I got off Google. And, like, the back's a bit different. It's a decal. It's one full decal. I got dubbed by a guy in Montreal.
Looks good.
But man, it's so hard to find any used masks. So I thought I'll buy 2 CCM masks and I'll get this one done for Rooster for this year, and then when he comes out with this 30th anniversary one, I'll do that too.
That's dope.
Well, Matt, if you ever come into a lot of money, just hit up Dale.
Yeah.
You just got to be rich first, though.
I'm talking to Dale a lot. Trust me.
Did you watch his interview?
No, which one?
Well, he did an interview with me.
No, I missed that one.
Yeah, on the channel. Go check it out.
I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah.
But
do you have any, Matt? Do you have any other like moosehead collectibles or anything like that? Are you a collector when it comes to the mooseheads?
I've been collecting for years. I tend to do a lot of my own graphics, so I like to do my own stuff. Like I remember you mentioned on one of my pucks there for Russo wearing your belt.
Oh, you're the one that made them?
Yeah. I printed it off, cut it off on my wife's Cricut, and I put it on. Yep, that thing. I freaking love that thing.
I am telling you right now, you're a season ticket holder, right?
Oh yeah.
Message me after this. I want one of those pucks.
I got 3 of them made, man. I got 3 of them made.
I definitely want one.
So going back to this season being a little different, I want to touch on the fact that we speak to a lot of players, and the players love fan interaction. Love it.
To a degree.
It's
there's some points where it is overdone. I see some players.
Dylan, I'm just talking about what they have said to us, not speculation of what we think. I'm telling you.
No,
I'm talking about
it's also what players have said
to
to me as well.
On our show, they've all said they love it. It means just as much to them as it means to us. So going on that point alone, we got a lot of that was taken away from us this year. And we discussed on our show that the world's changing, and I get that. I do. But I think that we could have the best of both worlds if we poured a little bit of money into security down with the fans while the signings are being done and such.
It used to be a thing, and then it became a little costly, and they stopped.
Yeah, because the reason it became costly is because there were times where people would be down there for an hour and 2 hours after the game.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be that. It
No,
doesn't.
and me and Dylan both used to do security in that building. Dylan worked for 2 companies.
In the same building.
Company in the same building. When me and Dylan works together in that building. A lot of times as well, they would send all of us home. It's end of shift, go home, have a good night or whatever, and they would keep a supervisor to stay down with the fans to do the sign-ins or the autographs and stuff. Thus their cost, because you're not paying a normal guard or normal rate, you're paying a supervisor rate.
Yeah.
So that was the other downfall that they very quickly came to. Like Dylan said, some people were down there for an hour, some people would move down for 2. You're thinking you get to pay a supervisor 2 extra hours. They're gonna make some cuts.
So
now it was a supervisor at that time. I don't know what it switched to after I left. So after I left, I don't know what it was, but at that time it was supervisor.
I'm not too sure either.
Trevor says they will shut it down before they pay for more security. Which
they'll just hire Glenn.
If they do that, that would be a bad decision, in my opinion. Like I said, I think that going to these games is more than just watching hockey, and these kids need the fan interaction just as much as our kids need the fan interaction. And if they were to shut it down completely, I think that would be a really stupid move, personally.
If anyone from the Metro Center, Scotiabank Center, anything is watches these videos, I'm just gonna put one simple thing out there, touching on what Colin just said. If something happens that we end up losing that fan interaction, it's not going to be good. And that's not a threat. It's not going to be good for a lot of people. I welcome you to go watch 2 of Colin's videos that very clearly state what the Moose mean to us as fans. And that fan interaction has gotten a lot of people out of their shells. It's gotten Colin's daughter out of her shell. She was extremely shy when I first met her last year. And she has opened up through the games they went to last year and the games they've attended so far this year. Me personally, it's gotten me out of my depression. If anyone from the organization watches these videos, I welcome you to go look at the 2 shorts that that Colin posted, showing what the Mooseheads really mean to us as the fans.
And let's be honest, if not for the fans, and I hate to drudge it up, but there's a certain team that's in our division that's close to closing their doors because they don't have the fans.
There's more than one.
Exactly.
There's more than one.
Because they don't have the fans that are backing them the way we back our herd. And if you want to shut down, then just shut down everything and we will shut it down. It's not a threat. It's just the way it's going to happen. And, it's an experience. Going to these games is an experience. It's not something we have to do. We choose to do it because we love the experience. And if you take the experience away, it's just going to be another dead team.
So, Matt, how long have you been going to the Mooseheads?
Whoa. Okay, well, I got posted here in 2005.
Oh, you're military?
Yeah, my first game was... So I got posted here in November 2005, and a couple days after getting here, I went to go catch a few games. I think it was against Drakkar. I'm a CHL fan. I grew up in Ottawa. 67s were my team. I grew up there. Like, that was my Friday afternoon entertainment, or Friday after school entertainment. So it's similar to growing up in Halifax type thing for hockey. But no, I've been enjoying the games. Like, I've been a season ticket holder for a few years, and I prefer Mooseheads. It's a really good environment here.
It is. Somebody just said, we just had Mike Jones, aka Chris, in the comments say it helped him get over the passing of Kendra.
I'll point that out. I knew Kendra.
Yes.
Ryan knew Kendra.
As
many
did I.
people in that. Yeah. Many people in that building knew Kendra. She was a very special person in that building. You would see her at every games, whether she was wearing the Mooseheads jerseys or wearing the jerseys of a former Core Harbor Wolfpack player playing for St. John or another team. So that was a big loss in that building.
Yeah.
So I know
It was.
exactly.
I kind of want them to commemorate that seat specifically to her. Anyone can sit in it, but I think that seat deserves a plaque.
It should be a different color.
That was her seat.
Different color. So Kendra's from Cole Harbour. She worked at the superstore here in Cole Harbour, and we used to see her daily and talk to her daily. Yeah, so I didn't know her from the Moose games. I knew her because I live in Cole Harbour.
She had a huge effect on the community.
Yeah.
You may have known her, not even realize you knew her.
Yeah.
That was nice.
I want to point this out right quick because I saw it and I saw Colin's face. He saw it too. Isaiah, you got to get a step. You got to get a step stool first.
So we got this kid that comes to the games. His name's Isaiah.
He's about 4'2".
He's knee high to a grasshopper, and he's got the heart of a 22-year-old. Like he's just he has got the heart of a grown man, but he's just this wee little kid, and he's always trying to fight us, and we just give him a little noogie and say,
there he is right there.
Go on, you little rascal.
There he is right there with an average height person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just tell him, go on, you little rascal, and it's over. So good for you in the comments there, Isaiah. Glad to see you're supporting us, buddy. And we
love you.
One day when you grow up, maybe you can have a YouTube channel. And you asked for it, Isaiah. So
what are your thoughts on the changes that they had, Matt? Because we talked over you quite a bit, but what are your thoughts on everything?
On what? Sorry, I didn't hear.
The changes and everything that.
Yeah, you posed the question. You posed the question. Let's hear your thoughts.
We all just didn't shut up.
Well, mine was more about the 30th anniversary. How they weren't treating it. I don't know. I feel like there should be more apparel stuff like that. I bought the hat, only one of the green hats, but I like the patches. Like I wish it would put a patch on the jersey. Like that's. Like, why are you wearing a patch on her pants? Why is there a patch on the pants and not on the jersey?
The patch, because they're wearing last year's jerseys.
Yeah, they're waiting on their 30th year.
The patch will be on the 30th anniversary jersey.
Yeah.
Okay, so is the 30th anniversary jersey replacing last year's jersey? Is that the kind of...
No. It'll be a third jersey similar to how this one here was.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be an alternative known as our third jersey. Special events jersey, I think that's what they call it, isn't it?
Oh, so I thought they were going to get new whites and new greens.
No.
Okay. All right.
So it's just a third. Okay.
Yeah, it'll act as the third jersey that they'll wear. Again, similar to
that's a 25
cream colored one that they had at the 25 anniversary jersey.
I mean, this year was actually the first year I did Kids Day with my family. And
that was cool.
I thought it was cool. No, see the guy going around with the camera? Like my daughter loved it. She was on the screen for a couple seconds. She was just like, she was in heaven. Like this was the best thing for her. She's 7 years old. She's autistic, and like it was just, it made her evening. Like it was fantastic.
So I got a couple comments in the in the chat here. Should have given out season ticket holder jackets. Now, to be fair, they've been giving out scarves quite a bit. A 30-year.
They've given them out once before.
Oh, it was only once. Okay, a 30-year jacket would have been nice. Instead of the scarf, a 30-year jacket would have been nice. That would have been cool, just because it's the 30th year, right?
Let's make it a Letterman jacket while we're at it.
And we got Hockey Mom in the chat. Hi, Hockey Mom. She says Kendra was a very special person, not only to those around her, but the team as well. Yeah, true. I sit right behind Kendra's old seat and get to speak with Chris every game. She wasn't working. So Chris says, this is Chris, Kendra's other half. If she wasn't working, she was at the rink, be it Cole Harbour for the Wolfpack or the Storm, Mooseheads. She, or hell, even watched Truro or the Miramichi. To watch her boys she liked from the Wolfpack or Storm days.
Yeah, she very much kept up on her boys and everybody that went through those organizations.
Yeah. We should probably do a story on her sometime soon.
It'd be good to have Chris on.
Yeah, have Chris on. We just talk about all the memories and stuff with her about her. Because she has a bunch of jerseys too, eh? He brings a different jersey a night. It's like they must have a ton of them.
During last year, he because Kendra, I don't think made it to any games last year with her passing.
She passed last year.
Yeah.
Before
I remember that she still had her seat. And Chris would always have a different jersey. I don't think I ever saw the same jersey twice on her seat at all last year.
So I gotta say,
she has quite an array.
When I first started going to the Moosehead games, I didn't know Kendra was a Moose fan. And I sat with Chris, and I remember saying, this guy's an idiot. He just leaves his jerseys on the seat, and then he goes away for an hour. And then I mentioned to him, like, dude, like, somebody's going to steal your jersey. And he says to me, he goes, if anybody took this jersey, it would be the stupidest thing they ever did because everybody in this place would find them. Right? And I didn't make the correlation of Kendra and Cole Harbor until a few games later. I was like, hey, man, I know Kendra. You know, I'm sorry for your loss, right? Yeah.
So Isaiah's trying to call us out. I just told him straight up,
come on the chat. Why are you being come on the chat? Get a phone book, put it on the chair.
That's like Jose. Jose's got a bias question.
What's that?
What do we think of the medical coverage?
Honestly, they're slow. And I'm not. I hate to call out your staff, but we had you were there. We had an emergency in our section, and it took forever to get medical staff over there. Thankful she was okay. It was she had a seizure. She was fine. They walked her at the back, but we were yelling and screaming and calling them for it seemed like an eternity before they even recognized us.
So I want to point out
that Jesse.
Jesse, that was already talked about. The buyers or the winning person's name was already passed on to McPhee's father for him to contact the winner. So we know that for a fact. Now it's just up to that person to choose what they want to do.
Isaiah, I just put a link to our chat here, so feel free to click it and come on, man. Don't be scared. We don't bite, like I said. Like I said, put a phone book on the chair and take a seat and shoot the shit with us.
You can't reach the keyboard, Colin.
Sorry, Dylan. This is what?
Oh,
this is open to everybody. That's why we have Ryan and we have Matt. This is open to anybody.
Yeah. By the way, I don't. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Is there anything else specifically you want to chat about, Matt? Because we've been just kind of going back and forth and leaving you out awkwardly.
I'm doing some 3D printing. I was listening. I'm like, I'll just jump in while I take a break. I'm actually curious though. The last thing you had just said about the jersey. What's your opinion? So I was talking to my wife about that, and my wife said, "Well, man, if we had the jersey, I would just give it to him, like free. Here you go. If it means so much to you, just take the jersey and go." Me personally, you obviously put some money into that jersey. What would you do?
So I don't. This is a difficult one for me because I can very much relate to what McPhee went through, as everybody knows it's out there. If it was me personally, I would just give it to him. But at the same time, I don't believe McPhee's father is looking for a handout. He offered, so
to go over.
I would give it to him myself. I believe there's many people that would.
Yep.
But
I was gonna bid on it and try to do the exact same thing.
And there were many people that were gonna possibly bid on it and do the same thing, and then they saw that it was his father or his family member that was bidding on it, and they pulled their bids out. I know that. So I would do it. I know many people would do it. There's Isaiah. Oh my God, he's taller than something. But there were many people that were going to buy that jersey and just give it to McPhee's father or McPhee in general to see, because that meant so much to him. And like I said, he posted that he would pay. He is not looking for this to just be given to him. He wants this jersey for personal reasons.
Yeah.
Sentimental value.
Yeah, I definitely don't blame him for that.
No, I agree. He should have it. And I know I would give it up. I would be reluctant. I wouldn't want to. but you got to give it to him. You have to, right? Isaiah,
What's up, buddy?
what's up, tough guy? So
He's holding his phone down low so he looks taller.
this is the young this is the young fella we were talking about that comes to Moosehead games with his mummy, and
Knee high to a grasshopper.
yeah, young little fella. How you doing, big guy?
Right, I can still beat you, buddy. It's okay. It's all good that you
Again,
guys all hate because I'm the best looking man here.
Again. That's an average sized guy that's with him.
But I'm still better looking than all of you, so it's okay.
You at work, Isaiah, or are you home?
What's up,
I'm
Ohio
home.
cheese man?
I got the day off today because I work in
So-
elementary school, so.
I was going to say, how was school today? You didn't have school today, did you?
Hey, I work in a classroom. I don't go to school. Let's be serious here.
Okay.
Matt, I know you don't know him, but feel free to rip on Isaiah as well.
Oh yeah, he deserves
Pretty
it.
sure he's a few rows down from me.
He's a few rows down from everybody.
Yeah, pretty sure. I'm always looking down on him.
So
You
Isaiah,
guys are a bunch of clowns.
what'd you think of this past week,
What's up?
bud?
This past week, especially yesterday, the game, the boys really woke up and showed why we are the herd.
I mean, we were playing
For
Brett,
sure. But it was a battle of Nova Scotia, and I see the way that the calls weren't being called because it wasn't a Quebec team.
And I just want to say,
What?
Colin put a snide little marker in there. It's Cape Breton. I'm sorry, Cape Breton just beat St. John 6-1.
Yeah, but that's
It's
St. John.
It's St.
It's still,
John.
and people said the same thing about Cape Breton like last year and the past 10 years.
It's St. John.
St. John.
It's the Eagles. It's the Eagles.
That's exactly what I was screaming to the Mooseheads. Like, what are you doing? It's the Eagles. Get in there.
I thought I'd bring somebody else to say hi.
What
Hi,
up?
guys.
What's up?
Not much. How are you all?
Good, good.
You notice
Alright,
how he had
Matt's
to
actually
jump
more-
up to the bed?
Good looking one.
Stop picking on
Right?
short people, Lindsay says.
Lindsay, I'll stop picking on short people when
Isaiah
when
stopped being
Brooklyn
short.
decides to,
It's not
enjoy
true.
hockey instead of sleeping through it.
I don't get that reference, but
Oh, are they talking about how you slept through the game?
No.
you slept
Lindsay's
through a
young.
game?
Lindsay's youngest usually sleeps through the game.
She's a kid.
No, whoa. We cannot glass over what was just said in the back of
Yeah, Isaiah
Isaiah's phone.
slept through a game.
No. Okay.
Like a baby.
Okay.
He was just
Okay. Sitting in the peanut gallery wants to talk back here.
The
I
Cape
slept
Breton
during
chickens.
intermission because I was exhausted.
The Cape Breton chickens. Well, Hockey Mom says.
Yeah, we used to call them the screaming chickens.
Screaming chickens.
So, who are your guys' favorite teams to watch other than the Mooseheads? Like when we play them, who's always a good game, whether it's from previous years or last year, this year? Like who's somebody that you look forward to when they come to town? Like this is gonna be fun.
You say but
It
who,
used to
not who?
be.
Except
Other than the Moose, like who we play against.
Moncton.
Your favorite team to play against.
Moncton.
It used to be for me. It used to be the Remharts because that used to be a rivalry. But lately, that doesn't seem like there's much of a rivalry there anymore. So, the Eagles.
I gotta go with Colin. The Wildcats for sure.
Moncton's my favorite to watch, and that's only because of like people like Trenholm and Smith, who are complete.
And Moncton Merge.
Yeah, they're just complete.
We keep her out of this.
They're complete asses on the ice, and it makes it for some angry hockey, and that's why I like watching them because of like Trenholm and Smith. They're just complete jerks on the ice, and it makes for angry hockey, and angry hockey's fun hockey.
Drummondville this year, Trevor says.
Drummondville, and we got Ramparts with Patrick Wall though. Savannah, my daughter says Moncton.
Nope.
And
But can I just add to
Hockey
that
Mom
that you
says
like
Gatineau.
the fact that Trenholm is there, and that's why you like him? Trenholm from Cape Breton.
I can't stand Trenholm.
Yeah, but you
Trenholm's
said
from
that he
Cole
plays
Harbour.
well.
Trenholm's from Cole Harbour.
But he came from Cape Breton. He got traded from
He's
Cape
talking
Breton.
about his
That's what I'm saying.
hometown. He's talking about his hometown.
Yeah, Trenholm's from Cole Harbour.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about, the hometown, not who he played for.
I don't care where he played for. I think he's a jerk on the ice, and I think it makes for fun watching.
Exactly. So I was saying, but he came from Cape Breton, so he would have been good there
Dude,
too.
Your team sucks. I'm sorry. They've always sucked.
We're not the bottom of the league this year,
You're
so that's
about
a
to get
plus.
sold. Like, you're just straight up about to get sold, man.
I'm aware. The team isn't aware of that yet, but I am.
I miss Beauport Harfangs. No idea who that is. Toughest team in Q's history, Barry says. Anybody know who they are?
Barry, can you elaborate on that? Because I'm
Yeah.
not aware of them either.
Beauport Harfangs.
Cape Breton.
Oh, is that Newfoundland?
No, Newfoundland was
Fog Devils.
the Fog Devils.
What a wicked name.
Oh, I love this.
That is
Lewiston.
an awesome name.
Lewiston was the Lewiston Maniacs.
I go with Fog Devils any day. I love it. Who's this? What up,
man,
Jose?
thank God.
What's up,
What's
Jose?
up, Jose?
This is turned
You got to
into
give
a
them a chance
party.
for their audio to connect.
This is turned into
Can you
a
guys
party.
hear me?
I hear
Can you hear
you.
you?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
I'm just gonna be
They
on here
switched
real
over
quick
to Quebec,
because
Colin.
I'm still at work. If there's anybody you guys would want to see Dylan McKinnon fight in the queue, who would it be?
Oh,
Nobody. Nobody.
Trent Home. Trent Home.
Ooh.
Don't
Trent
wanna
Home.
lose.
Nobody.
Trent Home. Trent Home. Trent Home.
I want to see McPhee scrap, and I want to see him scrap hard, and that's it. I just want one.
Trent Home.
As much as I like the physicality and stuff like that, with the way
I agree
the
with
rules,
the McPhee comment.
What's up?
The
Oh,
way
you
that-
want him to fight your boy, don't you?
I want
Count
McPhee to fight
twice.
anyone.
You want to fight your
Anyone.
boy, your
Just
boy.
once.
Damn,
so
Squires.
again, back to what I was. My whole thing is, as much as I would like to see it with the new rules and stuff, I don't want to see any of our guys get any suspensions or anything like that. I don't want them to be missing games because
Yeah.
a fight could cause the suspension to them. They can hurt themselves in the games and stuff. I don't want to lose any guys for longer than what we have to. I think
agree.
it would be pointless
No, I
and
do
stuff
agree
with the
there.
current rules right now.
I think
If
what
fighting was
Jose's,
still in the league,
I think what Jose's saying, if the gloves were to come off, who would we want to see? Whether we want to see it or not,
McPhee.
who?
I like
McPhee.
to see McPhee.
McPhee
for
from
sure.
from
From us.
the question was McKinnon. Who do you want to see McKinnon
okay.
fight?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see
The
McPhee
goalie.
fight though.
Yeah, I just want to see McPhee get one good scrap in. He didn't really get one last year.
No. Totter had a fight.
right at the
Tater
bottom.
tot.
The Harfangs used to be the Ramparts. Interesting.
Other way around. Yeah, other way around.
Yeah. Ramparts
Ramparts,
used to
yeah.
be the Harfangs. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Call up Chisholm just to fight.
Just to fight.
McKinnon is the toughest guy in the league. I agree. McKinnon's a tough guy, but you know what? I think Furlong's probably a pretty tough dude too.
Yeah, what about that last game?
Kiera's phone, really?
She's just coming on to say Dippin' Dots. Watch. Hi, Kiera.
Dippin' Dots.
How you doing? Can you hear us?
The audio's not connected.
Oh, wait for her audio. There you go.
There
What's,
we go.
what's up,
Dippin'
Kiera?
Dots.
I was just wondering how you guys feel about the Dippin' Dots this year.
They're trash.
Costing me a fortune.
we need better flavors.
They should probably have cotton candy.
They're far
Agreed.
too expensive for how much you get.
What about
Oh my
What
god,
about-
Colin.
Artilio?
They live in CJ.
How do you guys feel? Just wanted to come watch. I just wanted to be a part of it, guys.
You want to be a
Kiera,
part
I
of
also
it?
want
She
to
just
say
wanted
you
to
look
be-
so much like your younger sister. It's crazy.
I know we're twins. Well, she's my.
She looks like her. You mean?
Yeah, but I don't see Savannah right now. I see Kiera. So
Yeah.
Savannah, Kiera looks like Savannah.
All right. Anybody
Okay,
else have
well-
anything they want to touch on?
I feel unwelcome.
I have something.
Okay.
What do you got, CJ?
Okay, love you.
What do you say?
Ice
Ice
skates?
Okay.
It's good to see
Love
Kiera.
you. Love you too, princess. That was a little hectic there for a minute. Sorry, guys.
It doesn't get any more
next time,
hectic
run
than
downstairs and
Isaiah
take the
here.
phone.
So
One thing we haven't discussed.
What'd you say, Ryan?
One thing we haven't discussed was me and Dylan spoke about it before we started the video, but the team of the week, we have 3 boys in the team of the week. For the
not
Q.
one, not
got,
2, but 3.
We got.
Oh my God, Ryan can count.
We got.
I suppose there's a reason he's sitting in the school right now.
We got Vidi, Doomer, and Morvek in it, and I think that's incredible. We always have at least one, and typically Rooster's in there, but to have 3 in the team of the week is absolutely incredible.
There's still a Russo in there.
There is.
There's just the wrong Russo.
William Russo. Yeah, he's a great goalie though.
True.
He's a great goalie though.
He is.
He really is. He's a good goalie, man. He really is. Is there anything else anybody wants to discuss before we terminate this and end it? Because it's been an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, come on. I still got an hour left of my shift. Keep me entertained.
That sounds like a personal problem, bud. So, wait. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but Trevor designed this for me and sent it to me for my background. And I just want to say a huge shout out and thank you, Trevor. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, that's it, man. Appreciate it. Oh, Dylan's got something he wants to show.
Keep talking.
Okay.
All I saw is Dylan just jump across the screen.
Isaiah, buddy.
Right?
Isaiah, what's it like, Isaiah, to be the last one to know it's raining?
I'm ready to go, guys. Put me in, coach.
The better
So do
question,
people-
better question
the
is,
second
Colin.
best looking man in this chat.
So to people wondering, you win season ticket holder of the game, you do get to keep the helmet.
Yeah. It may come with a few less signatures, but
It may not fit.
it may not fit.
But you
Trevor-
do get to keep the helmet. So I know there were people that were wondering about that.
I think that's a pretty cool thing to do. I like that. Now, there's only 32 given out because it's one per game. So not
They didn't
obviously-
do it for the first 2 games.
Okay, well, regardless, there's only a certain amount that are given out. But it's still so cool to be called as that person. Like, how was that for you, Dylan? How was that experience? Especially on the night that it happened.
Yeah, so again, that was rough. So what they do is they sent out a text. So let me recap that whole day for you, because mentally and physically that was a stressful day. It was the 12-year anniversary of my mom passing. Also being Remembrance Day, I come from a military family as well, so it's always been an important day. So we were supposed to do the chat with Kevin Cormier at 1:00. I wasn't able to do it. I chose to go down where my mom is laid to rest. Her ashes were spread, and I was down there talking to. Some people might not get this, but I was down there talking with her for good 25-30 minutes or so. Came home, did the chat, and in the middle of the chat I got a text saying, hey, it's blah blah blah, you've been selected for season ticket member of the game today. Just confirming that you will be there, because they want to confirm that you're going to be there because they want to make sure you get it. So I got that text, and the emotions just kind of came over me because it was very overwhelming with what Saturday was for me, being that anniversary and Remembrance Day and stuff. And I didn't clue in until we were at the game. It was also the 2000th game for the Mooseheads in their history. So that's a big milestone for the Mooseheads right there. So just the way that everything came together, I tried holding it together when they did the short little clip in the building, but after the camera went off me, I was just so emotional sitting there. It was just unbelievable.
There was a lot of things happened that day. I told him to go buy a 50-50 because it was just an incredible day. I believe it was his mother smiling down on him and throwing some things his way, because even the channel benefited that day. We had Kevin Cormier messaged me and said, let's go live, and and that's probably going to be our best interview I think so far because of the live. But not only that, we got some good news from the Moosehead organization about the channel, and more on that to come. But we are going to start getting some cooperation through the organization for the channel, which is awesome too. So I think your mother just blessed you that day because she knew it was going to be a hard day for you. And
it was absolutely insane. And then the few people that I told, the support and everything that I got from other season ticket holders or other fans, whether it was just walking out in a high five or congratulations or anything like that, it was super, super, super overwhelming. And I feel I did a pretty good job at holding myself together until I got to my car, and I had to just let it out. And then on the way home,
you kept it bottled up all day.
And then on my way home, realizing I didn't have my phone on me.
That's solely Colin's fault.
What?
So we were standing outside because there was there were two players missing on the helmet, and so standing outside after the game to try to get it, and hits time. Colin's like, "I'll drive you over to the parkade because it's a wind tunnel going through there if you want." Sweet. Hop in his car, drive over. Get out, get my car, driving home, make it to middle of Halifax, realize that my phone's not on me. I'm like, okay, is my phone left at the building? Nope, I had it outside. It's in Colin's car. Now, Colin, I live on the complete other side of the city from where Colin lives. I'm in Spryfield, Colin's in Cole Harbour area. Luckily I didn't make it to Spryfield, so I had to pull a U-turn and drive over to Colin's place.
He got there before me. I have no idea how that happened. Like, that guy has a lead foot. He got there before me. Like, that's incredible.
No, you just drive a granny mobile. That's fine.
I have a lead foot allegedly.
Wait. At least my wife lets me drive, Ryan.
I don't have a license. She's doing the right thing by not letting me drive.
Well, then get your license. How old are you?
Not old enough. I'm older than Isaiah, and I can reach the pedals, but I'm not old enough.
Oh, well, wait, whoa. Why did I get thrown back into this? I'm being quiet. I'm being good, and I still get thrown into this.
So Matt,
it's easy
go to your corner
people.
short stack.
So Matt, when did you start going to games?
Oh man,
He was posted in here in 2005.
Yeah, I've been going since then.
All right. And why? Why did you continue to go?
I enjoyed it. It reminded me of being home, I guess. Going to the arena, the stadium's a lot bigger. The crowds was great. Everyone's so friendly. The team, the management, everything was just really good. It was welcoming.
Good, awesome. I ask everybody that question. I just want to know, right?
So I want to throw this out there. Colin or Ryan and Isaiah, you guys can answer this again with another question or with another one other than what you answered. What is everybody's favorite Moose memory, whether it's a trip that you did or something that happened in the building or interacting with other fans or players, not just on the ice, like just from your time going to the Mooseheads? What's one moment that really stands out to you guys?
You can go first, Isaiah.
Okay. Well,
Cop
I can't even with you. So I'd say just like how the fact of some of the players like stay back and actually have like conversations with you outside of the rink to like know that they're actual, how can I put it? They're still a human, but they know they can still interact with their fans without making that extra step as being too creepy or too much in their face. If that makes sense.
No, I get that. I thought you were going to say Rooster's goal. That's why I said cop out.
Bakemo trip.
Hockey
Leia says Bakemo trip, Game 7 playoffs 2003. That would have been fun.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, that would have been fun. I want to get up to a Quebec game. It doesn't matter what the team. I just want to get to a Quebec game.
So, what about you, Matt? Favorite Moose memory?
No, Ryan was in the middle of talking before.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, Ryan. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, it'd be. I agree with Leia that it would be fun to do a Quebec trip and stuff like that. That would be it would be interesting. It's one I've always wanted to do.
Well, what was your favorite memory and everything, other than
Honestly, my favorite memory. It
or
isn't.
favorite moment
isn't-
in general?
It's gonna be a moment. I would have to say it really has to be Moncton in the playoffs last year because we all kind of really became a community then. For the season ticket holders, for this channel really developed, and I'm not taking credit. This channel really developed from that Moncton trip. We all really got to know each other. It was playoffs. Tensions were kind of high, but getting to meet Colin, I've known Dylan for years. Getting to meet Colin and his family, Krista and her family, of meeting so many people and being able to come together as a community to do watch parties, to be able to create this channel, be on this channel, stuff like that. That has got to be probably my favorite Moose memory to date. And it's not so much a memory as just knowing that there's a community behind our team that is smaller than just saying, hey, we have 5,000 season ticket holders. We've got a group of, correct me if I'm wrong, 20 to 30 people now.
I'd say it's bigger than that. I'd say it's bigger than that.
We get together quite often and do things.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just read some answers from the chat. We got Bay Kamo. You read that, Hockey Mums. We got Jesse saying the President's Cup in 2013 on home ice. If you're talking that from the chat for me, trip, Chris and Kendra took to the Q draft in St. John. That would have been cool. Trevor says Quebec trip in 2012. Back down from 4. Or he says 3.
Yeah, we were down 3-0.
Yeah.
In that series, and it was the reverse sweep. I remember that was the year before we won it all. And that was absolutely insane you're being down 3-0 to one of the top teams in the queue. And as a fan, it's not that you feel that it's over, but you feel that it's going to be difficult to come back. You feel defeated.
Yeah.
Like, there's a very, very slim chance, but to see them actually come back. And I believe it was, if I remember correctly, Critchlow.
Captain Critch,
I believe he scored the overtime, or he scored 4 goals, and Drouin scored the overtime winning goal in the final game. One of them scored 4 goals. The other scored the overtime. My memory's so foggy of that, but that
was the final game. Not when Critchlow was hung from the jersey was hung from the rafters.
No, that was a different. That was the next round.
Oh, okay.
So
because we lost that game.
Melissa says she doesn't even care if you can call her a cop out. Nothing beats Russo's goal. She might be biased because it's her favorite player. Hockey Mom says went to the Q draft in 05 in PEI. She said it was very interesting. I'd like to get to a draft. That's kind of cool.
What about you, Matt? What stands out to you?
I've got 2, but they're very like I don't deal with my kids because I've got 3 kids. I got a 17-year-old, I've got a 7-year-old, and I got a 3-year-old. And the one with my 17-year-old, he was younger. He got picked while we were doing that kids skate years ago to ask a question to a goalie. And I remember he chose Kevin Reesop at the time. And that's why I love Kevin Reesop. He was fantastic. It wasn't much of a, he wasn't going to make it very far, I thought, but he was such a nice, kind soul. Like he was really good with the fans. And my son got to ask that question, and that just made him feel like on top of the world, and that made me feel good as a parent. And the latest one I had was with my 7-year-old daughter. She was super ecstatic to get a signature from Tyler Long. Like that was her biggest thing. She got a signature from him. At the end of the signatures for the season ticket, there's Tyler sitting there just signing. She's like, took all the pucks, everything. Here you go. Signed her hat, everything. And she still got the signature on her hat, and she points out to it. And every time they show them on the big screen, she gets excited. And it's stuff like that that I love that the kids can be excited for. Like just that's I don't know. That's been my favorite kind of stuff.
Big W Tyler is the heart of the organization, if you ask me.
100%. 100%.
Very
you see
much
the crowd going for him. It's awesome, and to hear what happened to him in Quebec was just ridiculous.
What about you, Dylan?
Ooh. I really enjoyed the entire time when we hosted the Memorial Cup in 2019. Even though we didn't win it, the entire time they experienced everything that was downtown. They had the convention center set up for stuff happening over there. There was more stuff happening for the Memorial Cup than when the juniors were here. That was absolutely amazing. Like, I was working at the convention center and the Scotiabank Center at the time. I would work 7 to 7 and then go to a game and wake up after the game to go to work at 7 to 7 to go to another game because it was 10 days. And it was just absolutely insane. To say I was exhausted at the end of it would be an understatement, but I wouldn't trade that experience for the world because every business around downtown Halifax getting on it, they had they called it a passport, where all you had to do was go into a business and they would give you a stamp. At the end of it, you would get a free watch with the Memorial Cup logo on it. And stuff like that. And that's where you get to meet the fans from the WHL or the OHL coming over and chatting with them. And I remember seeing the Prince Albert Raiders jerseys, the green ones. They are absolutely beautiful. And getting to see those other teams play that we don't get to see was insane. So
I remember correctly, I made it to a Winterhawks game, if I remember correctly.
Winterhawks weren't here.
See, that's what I said, if I remembered correctly.
It was Prince Albert Raiders.
Ryan, I'm going to tell you something my grandfather told me long ago. Okay? And I don't mean any disrespect for this. You know I love you, buddy. But it is better to be thought of as an idiot than to open up your mouth and remove all doubt.
Look, Colin, I knew I made it to a WHL game. I just didn't know which one it was.
So
I didn't make it to a single Q game.
Oh, I love you, buddy.
The Winterhawks
says it doesn't matter.
The Winterhawks that you're talking about is the 2013 Memorial Cup win when we were. Okay. That's who we beat in the finals when we were all watching it down at Parade Square. That is another amazing moment that it just stands out. Everybody down at Parade Square for all of the games when we were in the Memorial Cup, whenever we played, they had the big screen set up with the projector and they were showing it. And when we won, it was a big celebration. There was nobody with that many people that were there. There were no injuries. There was nobody fighting. Everybody got along. It was just nothing but a pure, happy, energetic moment. And that's another
Some
moment
guy with chicken wings.
Kumbaya, my lord. I got a couple. The first one obviously is the fact that I got to watch my daughter break out of her shell last year, yelling at the refs, screaming at the top of her lungs. That's probably the biggest thing for me. It's why we kept coming. So you guys all know that, but I think I'm gonna get a little sappy with you guys. I think the number two for me is the reception. The reception that we've gotten from the Moose fans, the support that we've gotten, other fans who have contacts with players reaching out for us. One of our biggest supporters is Krista and Leia. Those are our two, I think, biggest supporters. Krista does. You won't believe how many hours Krista has spent tracking people down that she doesn't even have contact with, or people that she does have contact with, getting a hold of them. I can't, like, honestly, countless hours. Dylan, I don't think I've ever told you that, but she has spent so much time emailing other players for us. It's ridiculous. We should employ her. And Hockey Mom has contacts that she's reached out as well. Actually, Brennan Benedict is one of hers. We got Metcalf from Krista, along with a few others. And Ryan put us in contact with Diane in order to get Davis and Lawrence. So for me, it's the love and support that we've gotten from other fans to make this channel even possible. Like I said, we started this out just because it's something that I like to do, and Dylan was on board with it. But the fact that we have so many people who sit in the seats with us that want to see this channel succeed is absolutely incredible to me.
Well, and I'll throw this out there too. It's something, without talking too much about your conversation with Scott McIntosh, who's the media relations guy, the fact that in one of the last messages he said to you, now correct me if I'm wrong because you have the message, I don't. He says that it's this chat, like podcast, as he puts it, this podcast is deep rooted now in the Mooseheads organization.
Yeah, so basically he's saying is not only does he feel like he's able to trust us more, but he can't ignore us because we're so rooted.
That's fully because of everybody that's watching, everybody that has helped us. Yeah. Jesse, I want to point out, reaching out to Jacob Newcomb would be absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, talking to current players right now, we need permissions from the teams. So we would have to go through that route. It's not something that we're opposed to, but it's something that we're currently working on.
So actually, it's something that me and you would have to discuss first because I'm actually opposed to it. I'm not. Simply because it's a Moose channel. But, I mean, like I said, I'm open to anything. Leah, Darcy did come in contact with me. I don't know if it was because you texted or because I sent him another message, but thank you very much. He has agreed to come on the show. We just got to get some questions sent his way, so thank you for your help.
That's another thing. If anybody has any questions that they want to either make a regular question that we ask to the former players or to a specific player, or you have suggestions of players that you want to see, feel free to let us know.
Yep.
Like, Matt, who's somebody you would want to hear from?
Oh man, we talking about like Reese or
anybody,
back, like,
anybody who's not on the team now.
Oh man, Jeremy Duchesne.
Duchesne.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, my first game in 2005, he was the goalie.
I'm working on it now.
I like goalies. That's just
Ryan.
Jeremy Duchesne.
I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm not sure. I got a question that you guys could ask regularly, but I can't think of who I would want on. The question would be, who did they idolize growing up? When they played for us, who was their favorite player in the NHL? Who did they look up to? Or even when they were younger, who did they look up to? Because I know a lot of these players were with the Moose when the Moose started, so they can't say, well, I looked up to Darcy Ashley, because the Moose might not have existed then.
Yeah. Isaiah? I know you've only been going recently, but just in general.
Well, I've gone a couple of years back, but I'd say Nikolai Ehlers if possible.
That would be a hard one.
Yeah, he's under contract.
It's not saying it's completely out there, but that's definitely on the harder aspect of it.
Yeah.
Jose, Jody Shelley would be an amazing one. We still have to.
I'd love to have him on.
We still have to send an email to the Columbus organization because he's not.
Conrad Albethauser is my answer.
Albethauser would be an absolutely fun one. He was an amazing person.
Ladislav Nagy is my dream.
Nagy would be a fun one.
Ladislav Nagy's my dream.
Because Conrad was around when I really got into it, and he was somebody that I looked up to when I first got in, right? He was. Well, I think it was because it was because of his last name.
In all fairness, everybody looked up to Conrad Albethauser because the dude was 6'10".
I just want to throw this out there for people who are watching. I'm getting people commenting in the comments that they can get people and might be able to reach out. Don't even ask us. If you can reach out. Give them my information. Give them Dylan's information. message us and ask us for information if you need it. If you have anybody who's a former Moose that can come on and you think you can get them on, just do it. Don't ask us. Let's just do it. There's only one person that we won't have on, and we'll discuss that if that name comes up.
Dylan, I got a question you probably answer better. Do you know what team Fukali's playing for now? If he's still playing?
Fukali's currently playing over in Russia.
Euro. Oh, it's Russia. Sorry, I thought it was Euro. Yeah.
He's currently playing over in the KHL over in Russia.
Okay.
But I will say, I do have word out to him about coming on. That has already been brought up.
Bobby Smith, that would be a fun one. So Trey Lewis, I reached out to Trey Lewis. I haven't heard back from him. But Bobby Smith goes under an alias on Facebook, and I can't remember what it was. But I would love to have him on. I think that would be a really good one.
So do you see Charlotte's question, guys?
I have a question. You guys should ask the players that you interview. Which teammate were they close with when they were on the team? That's a good one. I like that because
who was their roommate and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Bus buddy.
A lot of them touch on that themselves. Like from ones that we've had in the past, but that's a good one to know from everybody. I like that.
You want to write that one down, Colin, so you don't forget it?
You know me too well.
I'm actually gonna recorded, right?
Copy. No, I can't copy. So it is recorded, yeah.
Yeah, but that means Colin would have to go back and find them.
You're gonna hear
when it is.
You're gonna hear click, click, click,
you
click,
think
click.
He goes back and watches all this. I would.
Oh, he does, but he would have to find the exact timestamp in order to figure out where this question is.
Colin's working on his editing degree in the background of all this right now.
So, by the way, I actually do rewatch everything we do. My wife gets annoyed by it because she might want to watch something else, but I'm like, no, gotta watch my interview.
Skims through it pretty quick.
She was
when
like,
it first goes up.
She was like, "You were there. You know what happened."
Yeah. Whoa, honey, listen to this answer.
Yeah, I watch them all the time. I watch them back. So somebody said I'll reach out to somebody.
Leia said she'd reach out to Jody.
Yeah,
no,
that'd be
Bobby
awesome.
and Jody.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'd love to have Bobby on. Bobby would be wicked. Just to get his aspect of it. We are gonna. I think a good one's gonna be Gareth McDonald. He's gonna be a fun one to have on.
We
Paul,
also
do you
have.
think you guys be able to get Cam? Why not? Why not?
We could.
Jose wants to know how many people are going to be in Moncton. Do we know? I know I'm going. Well,
I have a list.
Okay, why don't you read it off?
So my list consists. It's kind of bland, but I've got Joanna and Tyler, Eden, Carrie, Elizabeth, Jose, Glenn, Yvonne, Peyton, Dylan, Sean, Colin and his family, me and my wife, and that's all I have written down thus far. Because I put the question out. Yeah, I put the question out in the country club and the season ticket holder group there a couple weeks ago, and just kind of wrote it down because I wanted to know personally how many were going to be there.
Not hard to tell what my other channel's about.
I mean,
chickens.
If I can get a ticket, you can put me on that list too.
Perfect.
How you getting there?
How are you getting there?
You're gonna walk.
I'll figure out a way.
I'll tell you.
He's gonna start walking now.
I'll tell you, if you guys do decide to go, it's just as fun in somebody else's arena as it is in our own. It's a blast in Moncton. Moncton's my favorite place to visit for games for sure.
They have kids meals there too, Isaiah.
What? You couldn't leave that alone, could you do?
I have somebody downstairs right now. His name's RJ. Says he went to school with Nathan McKinnon and Jonathan Duran.
Where does it say that?
My wife.
Anyone else just have that issue?
Nope, just you.
Okay.
But you're in here twice. I see it.
Melissa.
There you go.
Tell RJ to come up if that's the case.
And I was gonna say to Isaiah, message me and we'll talk.
I got
Isaiah. Oh, for yeah. So
Colin, I'm not special.
Don't make it easy, man.
Oh boy.
I'm taller than you. I'm a giant. Okay.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that, Isaiah? That's the sound of nobody laughing.
The silence.
So RJ's coming up. We got RJ coming up. He, I guess he went to school with Nathan and Duran. That's kind of cool. Come on in, RJ. Come on in, big dog.
Ow.
Right in through this
Big
way.
dog. Yeah.
Jesse, there isn't a bus trip right now. There are
grab
one
that chair and slide it up.
potentially in the works for a few others, but not right now. It's all just individuals going up in their vehicles.
It's low, but you're tall, so it's okay.
This is extreme. What is? Hold on.
Right? All right. So this is a buddy of mine. This is RJ. Say hello to RJ.
You guys doing?
Nice to meet you, RJ.
Yes. He's not going to be able to hear you guys because of the
We can't see him.
the headphones. Come this way a bit. There you go. There you are. See, you're right here, lo.
You look very handsome on you.
You are looking very handsome, eh? Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
So tell us a bit about going to school with those two guys.
I don't know. I seen them around a lot, but it wasn't nothing too like intimate. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. So, what was their school practice like? Were they constantly at school, or did they get off a little early, or what did you know about them from that aspect?
They had like days. Like they would be like Monday they at school, Tuesday they not, Wednesday they're there, Thursday they're not, and then like it really came and went like
as they pleased.
As far as I know, they came and went as they pleased. But like for the most part, they were there.
Now, to be fair,
I got a question.
Oh, he's got a question.
So when they were going to school, were the other students treating them as if they were like big deals at that time?
Most people were, but like for the most part, they were. Especially Nathan, he was surprisingly like one of us. Like you wouldn't think he was like, yeah, I'm the best on the team, top of the league. Like he was yeah, like he was a real down to earth, cool. Like you could sit and have a real conversation with him and Jonathan. And there was a couple other players that were on the team, but like they weren't as known that like we would actually be around.
And let's just state for the record what school.
Prince Andrew. Now it's Woodlawn High, but it was Prince Andrew at the time.
Yeah, and I can attest for the whole be there on Monday, gone on Tuesday, gone on Wednesday, be there Thursday. I went to school with Ryan Falkenham, and it took me pretty much all year to realize that he wasn't just playing hooky; he was a moosehead.
Yeah, they had schedules of their own for real.
So to be fair, for the people watching, to be fair, they also have some of the best tutors, and they do school while they're at practice as well.
Because they would have to like come to school, like they're coming to school doing their schoolwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually have to keep their grades up to a certain point before
they have a better education than some of us. Well, or maybe me.
They getting it in. They was getting it in double time.
Yeah,
double time.
That's awesome, man. Now, do you ever get to Mooseheads games, or were you a fan back then, or were they just like them boys that played hockey?
Like we knew who they were, but like it wasn't like I wasn't watching it like that. Like I wasn't really that into hockey back then. I was more like other sports, but they would definitely come in like show certain people like, oh yeah, look what I did last night, and just proceed to show a hat trick or something like that, something crazy. But
yeah, RJ strikes me as a football kind of guy.
Why? Because he's black?
Oh
no. He's got broad shoulders, so he probably played football.
I gotta give it to him. He hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. I was thinking curling.
What else does he like? Basketball?
Matt said curling.
I thought he was a curler, man.
These are his words. Stream. Where's the chat? Where's the camera? Chat. His words, not mine.
Matt said he thought maybe you like curling.
No surprising. Hey, if you know any people that play, like, try to get me in there. I'm trying to. With the broom and all, I'm trying to get in there. Trying to get Team Canada status or something, man.
With the broom and all.
I love
I'm
curling.
trying to get in there.
Awesome.
Now, I'll say this. You wouldn't know it, but Isaiah's favorite sport growing up was basketball.
Really?
I thought it was Little League.
No, it was one of those little plastic
Little tykes.
kids.
Little tykes. Yeah.
This guy right here.
You can adjust it. What?
It
Higher,
always-
lower.
It always turns back on me for some odd reason.
It's because you got a complex. He's really
A
short.
God
He thinks
complex?
he's
Yeah, you're right.
big. He's really short. And he thinks
Isn't
he's
there
big.
like a syndrome?
He's so small, man.
Is it Napoleon?
Napoleon, yeah, Napoleon complex, yeah. The Napoleon complex.
Hey, Short King, don't let these guys bully you, man. Just live in your truth. Just live in your truth.
No, you don't
Hey,
know him, man.
he tries to bully
How
us
short
more
are we
than
talking?
anything.
He comes up, tries to fight us, and we're like, we gotta
Oh,
hold
he
him by
wants
the
to know how
head.
short? How short?
We gotta hold him by the head so he can't get us.
Nah.
Look. That's a normal sized man he's standing next to you.
Okay, I'm being trolled, so at this point, I think I might have to leave. 'Cause what am I looking at? Okay,
That's him right there, standing next to him.
No.
RJ, in reality, I think that guy was like 6'8".
Yeah, so this
I think
guy's
that guy was
6'8".
actually 6'8".
So how tall is he?
I think he's like 2'5" or something like that.
Rush, you're 5'2".
5'2". Sorry, my bad. I was
5'2".
Yeah, he is actually short. We don't just pick on him because we can. He is actually short.
But in his head, he's big.
Supposed to be.
He's in his head.
Hey man, he's 5'2".
Trevor said he should get on the Zones and Bodie for Kids Club.
Yeah, they say that.
Oh, I love you, Trevor. That's awesome.
Is there a height limit for Kids Club, or is it just age limit now?
It's
It's just age limit now.
Once you turn 13, you're out.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Good thing Isaiah can shave his beard and pass for like 4.
Isaiah, buddy, you're a good sport. We love you, man.
He has a beard?
It's all
Oh, I know.
There we go.
Yeah, I have a beard. Look at
That's
that.
awesome. I love it.
Look at that.
Matt had to lean in and look at the screen.
I gotta see. I can't
Wow. Go talk
I'm
to
too old, man.
Go talk to
I need glasses.
So does
Go
Isaiah
talk to
need
Charlotte and ask her what her comment just was.
I'm leaving, man. I'm out of here.
Go ahead and
Hey,
say
it
what
was
the comment
beautiful
was.
meeting you guys, man. But
Isaiah need a
Getting bullied in
chaperone for the
chat,
kids'
and I
skate.
gotta go.
Good luck in your
I
curling.
gotta go. Shout out to Short King.
Ryan says good luck with the curling.
Tell
That was Matt.
Oh, Matt said that.
Hey, Matt, we gonna be in connection because I gotta get that curling on the go. Just know you're gonna see me. Don't worry. Don't worry.
2026 Olympics.
All right, brother. Thank you.
All right, brother, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Much love. All right, guys. On that note, we're not talking anything mooseheads anymore. We're gonna end this conversation. This has just got way out of control.
This turned into an Isaiah roast show.
Yeah, it really did. Oh my god, that was funny. He said he actually is short. Shit. He's 5'2". Good
That
lord.
reaction was fantastic. 5'2".
He said, "Shout out to my short kings."
Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with short people. I'm 5'6", not as short as.
Are you 5'6"?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, I'm not
That's
tall.
taller
I
than
like to say
Isaiah.
5'6". I'm sure it's a little shorter, but I'll stick with 5'6".
I'm not tall either. I'm like 5'11", something like that, right? It is what it is.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not that big. So Matt, I don't think we've met at a game, have we?
No, but yesterday we walked by each other, and you're like, "Oh, it must be a hockey game tonight or something."
Oh, it was you.
Yeah, it was me.
Outside, yeah, at the parking
Yeah,
lot,
just-
Parkade.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, that's
I
right.
just come back from dollar store.
That's
And
funny.
Matt instantly thought you were an idiot with that.
Well,
comment.
so the reason I
Oh,
said
I
that,
thought.
the reason I said that is because anytime I'm walking downtown before a game, I always get that comment. Must be a game tonight.
I get that all the time.
Yeah.
Wearing a sweater, doesn't matter. Oh, is there a game? No, I just feel like wearing it today.
I wear a cape every day.
Speaking of that, Colin.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what did those people say to you on? I think it was Saturday. You had 2 people come up to you with the cape, and they asked you what you were wearing, and I just kept walking. I was cold.
No, they asked what the jerseys were about and stuff, and we had to explain that there was a Mooseheads hockey team here that were in the queue.
Yeah, and they were asking,
They
is
didn't
it
know.
junior A or junior B? And we had to explain them what,
Okay.
what major junior was and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think they were
Yeah,
from here.
I was cold. I went inside.
No, they're just nice girls wanting to know what was going on.
No, fair enough.
Yep. All right, guys. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. We can tell we lost our audience because there's only 14 people in
14
now.
people.
Yeah. That's still a lot, actually. There's a lot more than I thought there was going to be. They're like, we're going to
Yeah.
watch these idiots until they get off. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, we know Ryan's one of them because he got to pull up the chat.
And Isaiah's
Yeah.
The reason that everybody's still on Isaiah is because of you, man. You're just too damn sexy. They're all
You're
just,
the show.
sex sells, man. You're you're definitely the show. Yeah. So I got a question. I got one quick question, and I'm gonna there's an 18 rated 18 going on this comment. So this question's rated 18. Do you go up? Like, do you go up?
You can't go down, so you got to go up, right?
You go up on girls, right? I thought I should have probably asked that one in private. I'm so stupid.
Oh man.
Oh my
Colin's
god.
editing that one out.
I
I'm just
can't.
saying.
It's live.
You can't edit. You can't edit live.
Nope.
He's got that those like little trampolines and stuff that you give the kids to bounce on.
I'm out of here. I'm done.
Oh, you come for the hockey, you stay for the idiots.
By the way, I'll say this.
All about that
I'm throwing this out there right now. As much as we rip on Isaiah, we absolutely have a blast, like with you being around, not just because we rip on you, just because of the person that you are. But I want everybody to know that's watching this, we can take a joke too. It's not just us throwing it one way. Like if anybody roasts us, we're open. Like,
Oh yeah.
feel
Look,
free
I'm
for
an
anybody,
Eagles fan. I get it daily. It's fine.
but feel free to rip
That's
on
a
us.
personal
But
choice, though.
if you rip on us, we're gonna rip back at you.
Yeah, I'm just a bully.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just a bully.
But it's a
that's
back
all.
and forth game.
I'm just a bully. Is what it is.
He's a big tall.
If you're going to go for the Eagles, that sounds like a personal, choice.
If you're going for the Eagles, you're asking to be bullied.
Yes.
Oh no.
Especially on our Moosehead channel. Like, come on.
No, don't
Colin,
don't thank us for shouting out Kendra.
Just think,
That's-
Colin, in 2 years,
Hang on,
I won't
hang
have
on,
an
hang
alternative
on.
team.
Quiet. Don't thank us for shouting out Kendra. She deserves any bit of recognition that we can give her, as well as the Moose, man.
What the hell did I just do there?
Anyway, guys, I have to get off right now.
Yeah, we're done anyway. All right, guys. Hope you're all healthy, safe, and happy out there. And as always, can I get a go Moose go?
Go, Moose, go!